Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do a reading for you. This is in the energy of the lunar eclipse, which is upon us. Its energy resonates as many as a couple to 6 months in either direction. So we've been feeling the buildup of this energy for a while. This is going to focus upon the energy of the moon, because that's what lunar eclipses do. So for those of you that have a moon sign in Aries, this is going to be particularly supportive, hopefully, for you. But all are welcome here if you feel drawn to this reading. If this reading doesn't along the way resonate for you, you are allowed to find yourself in your other placements where there will be messages for you. Your overall energy is the 10 of columns. The 10 of wands is describing a monumental effort that you have been embarked upon for a while, which is about finding closure. And this is closure with a number of experiences, beliefs, expectations, and obligations, responsibilities, duties that you've taken on that are now being evaluated by you for their appropriateness. For many of you, I feel that you've carried this on behalf of others for a long time, and this is can be anything from an individual, a child, for example, to a number of relationships that you maintain, balance, and invest in some very active way. Underneath the deck is the Fool card, and this is all in preparation for your ability to liberate yourself from these old energies that have been with you, for many of you, your entire life. These can be responsibilities, obligations, and a role that you've assumed that was expected of you early in life. And it's taken a while. It's taken many, many healing cycles for you to clear this away. And part of your maturity in this regard has to do with the idea that you are stepping into the unknown, and hence some humility, some forgiveness, some appreciation for how difficult the task that you're undertaking is, to be truly free of the conditioning, the expectations of an entire family, culture, social expectation is huge. And you're doing that in a space of knowing that it isn't known what you're moving towards. It isn't known at this time. I'm going to pull a seed and sickle oracle for you. And I pulled the jasmine, which is lovely. Jasmine can be very invasive, but night blooming, it is a beautiful omen and paean to the moon energy because it is night blooming. So this is beautiful. It's really evoking the power of your sensual experiences, recognizing that part of the way that you are liberating yourself is by diving into the experiences of the past, not by running away or shutting them out or denying them. I'm going to look up the meaning from the guidebook. Number 10 may be significant for you. Number 1, this is an octave of the magician. This is the wheel in the major arcana of the tarot. So it's absolutely about change. It's also about positive karma that you've built up. In the Philippines, a couple prepared to part, the young man to the city and his bride to remain at home, worried he will fall in love with another. He gives her his dagger with a promise that if he does, she can kill him. But when he returns with a new wife, she plunges the knife into her own heart instead. You may feel as though your current situation is hopeless, but jasmine blooms during the night, releasing its sweetest scent when it's in the dark. Right now, you do not have to take action, only be yourself. Only let yourself feel the hope that something beautiful will come out of such darkness. So the alliteration between knife and wife, it's not really an alliteration, it's rhyming, but that I believe was confused in my reading. And I do feel like that may be for some of you a journal prompt, if you feel inclined to do so. So I'm going to leave this beautiful jasmine card here and proceed with a horoscope reading. I will turn over the midheaven first, which represents the highest star in the sky in your social identity, the way others see you. The priestess of columns is the Knight of Wands. And this is strong energy. This is really following up in your characteristic way to explore, to pursue, to discover, to pioneer. This is lovely energy because despite the challenges and complication of your healing process as you sift through the experiences of your past, examining them, looking at what pieces of those still resonate with your own sense of principled integrity and which do not. You haven't lost your enthusiasm. You haven't lost your fire for something that you want to build with others. And this, in some ways, can be about your presentation, your leadership, your ability to coordinate and organize others to the extent that you recognize you are preparing this liberation, this new opportunity for yourself and for others to do it in a way that you still are not sure what that's going to look like. In the first house, the Oracle of Wings is the Page of Swords. I love the collapse of wings and swords in as much as wings are not only about our elevation, our ability to move fluidly between a variety of domains or locations, but it also forms a kind of protection. Wings protect us. They protect our soul source. They protect our heart, our desire. And I do feel like despite your rather, in some ways, very experienced handling of the sorting, the discrimination that's expected of you during this lunar eclipse, you are still protecting that which is valuable to you, that which represents your truth or your justice. And the way you're the way you're protecting it is the way that you are understanding that you are at the beginning of something totally unknown to you, something unknown perhaps in your social experience. But this is bringing you the humility that is necessary at this time, the humility that allows you to recognize that you're going to make mistakes, that you don't have to get everything right, that you don't need the answer to move forward in a way that is supportive of your pursuit of goals and a dream. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your soul, even your history, the Nine of Columns, the Nine of Wands. You've been working and working and working towards finding a healthy, holistic, authentic expression of your gifts and your talents. You have approached it in many ways. You have invested experience and energy into this greater articulation of your story, of what it is you want to achieve. And this has, in many ways, allowed you to understand the field and the players in your field, so you have this experience, but you also have this sense of frustration, damage in your multiple attempts at something, that you haven't been treated fairly, you haven't been treated kindly for some of you, you haven't been seen at all. And that feels like for many of those I'm speaking to, this is highly frustrating, and that you recognize you have to tend to your wounds, because in many ways that may be the damage, the trauma that is holding you back from achieving, even clarifying the direction you're going in. In the seventh house, significant relationships, the Priestess of Wings. This is the King of Swords. And I like this because I see you as, or not the Priestess, I'm sorry, this is the Queen of Swords. I have to get my things right. The Queen of Wands. Sorry about that, but the energy is basically there. The Queens really emphasize your ability to receive ideas, to receive appreciation, recognition, and reward for your ideas. The idea of being seen in the ability to receive. And I think this is something that is challenging for many of you. Here you are understanding that you're in, your curiosity is prompting you to move forward with new ideas, a new pursuit of the truth on a new basis. And this is part of this idea that you're not entirely sure of the terrain you're in. You know it's different. You know that you feel better, that you are healthier in some holistic way, but you're eager to exchange deeply with the ideas of others, to open up your pursuit of justice, to open up your pursuit of the truth, so that you can be more neutral in your ability to evaluate the merit of the ideas that can be useful to you. I want to remind you that if this reading is resonating for you, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. Both of those things help immensely to grow my channel. But also I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your shares with those that you think might find this useful. So thank you in advance for that. And forgive my constant Virgo's my south node, so I am a little bit of a symmetry freak. And so let's clarify. Starting from the first house, the first house is about your perspective. And as we saw earlier, you are adopting a beginner's mindset. You're understanding, you're reaching the limits of what you know, and quite possibly what is known. And this is clarified by the Eight of Swords and the Six of Wands. Interesting. So a couple of things are going on for you. You are being recognized again. Your commitment to a partnership, a team, a collective of some sort, a community, is really gaining you the recognition that you desire. It's allowing you to be seen, and in that way, to interact in a way that you are thirsty for. So the Eight of Swords is describing this openness and this ability to discriminate between a variety of ideas, theories, new input. Some of it is an accumulation of your own experiences from the past. Others of it is the unsolicited advice that you get that may or may not be helpful to you. But I do feel like this is a response to your request for help. And as you receive those responses, you are negotiating the value of those, the relevance of those to what it is you want to do. So there is a lot of discrimination here. There is a lot of sorting of information that you haven't had before, perhaps you've never asked for before. In the fourth house, the Nine of Calms, the Nine of Wands is clarified by the Temperance card and the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. This attempt to find your most authentic creative expression is something you have been working on healing for a long time. Forgive that doorbell. That is something that always makes me jump in an old-fashioned house. So here you are preparing. You're very aware that your foundation begins in this place of vast experience, a lot of damage, a lot of wounding, a lot of, for some of you, a lot of trauma, generational trauma in particular. So this is the story for most of us on the planet. It's very difficult to live as part of any kind of social group and not have experienced some difficulties along the way. And you are active in looking at that honestly and attempting to heal it and recognizing that you carry unnecessary baggage. But in order to move forward in this new direction to pursue your liberation, this must be healed. And it's not something that can be healed overnight. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, the Priestess of Wings, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Lover's card. So here you are understanding that the decisions, your openness to new ideas, your ability to entertain and facilitate some kind of powerful discussion or even to enter into an existing discourse that you quite possibly have been participating in the past. For some of you, this is new, but you're aware that your message, your approach, your tone, your theoretical basis is different. And out of that, there is this greater reflection of the way that you've built this relationship with yourself. So you're understanding deep connections in a way that does not require agreement, but does require your recognition of someone who is ultimately aligned with you. And this is a little more complicated than sometimes this can occur to us, but you understand that spiritual integrity can be aligned with many belief systems. And so for you, there is a need for you to open up and to recognize the belief systems of others, to respect that in a way, to, in some cases, forgive that. You are aware that you've had experiences that have helped you to guide your life better, you feel, but that it is not your purview to judge the experiences of others. And this is a big lesson for you because relationships form a large part of your healing, your activation of your individuality, your ability to move forward in a way that builds some kind of momentum towards a vision. And this is all the more phenomenal because you're receiving information from many different sources and spheres than in the past. And this vision is something that in some cases is ineffable, or it's something that is unknown within your culture, your family, your region, your social environment. And so there are no words for what you are personally experiencing, yet you still feel challenged to articulate this in a way that others can share and engage in working through some new innovative ideas. In the 10th house, the Priestess of Columns, this is the Queen of Wands, is clarified by the King of Pentacles and the Hermit card. Yeah. So I do see you focused very clearly on not only your stability, your security, but the security of your community, your team, your family, those that you care about. You want to be in a position, or perhaps you find yourself in a position of being able to give back, to be generous, to show others how. But that the source of that information, that wisdom, that action is something that you do in a private space. So I do feel there's some push and pull here between the need to reassert your authentic authority in some way and to step back from a situation, recognize that what you've gained, others in many cases have not. And that is the sense of spiritual wealth, spiritual development, personal development that you have worked hard towards, that gives you this anchor, that gives you this place to speak in which you know you have a right to be you. In fact, you feel yourself to be at the bulkhead of something new, some new social movement, some new social order, some new way of seeing things that you're perfectly comfortable sharing with others, but not until it works through the crucible of your own private, sacred space, that ability to seek answers within yourself. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Yogic Path Oracle, and I've pulled Yamas. And I'm going to look this up too in the guidebook by Sahara Rose. So Yamas is a reference to 8 stages of yoga, universal morality. Your kindness, compassion, and generosity beam to all around you. The ahimsa, compassion you display to all living things, does not go unnoticed. Only honesty flows from your lips. You speak words steeped in truth. You display honor in your non-stealing because of your deep sense of control. You focus on what truly matters and have to let go of excess belongings. Practice non-possessiveness. Continue shedding all that doesn't serve you as you blossom closer to your higher self. Thank you so much, Aries. If you enjoy this content, there's more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, namaste.